Hello! In today's video, I am working on prompt 3, which is a form, filled or blank. In my original deck, this is the collage that I created. The form is right in the middle, it's blank, and then I just kind of have some decorative papers in the background. This, it's just pattern paper, actually, these pink stripes. And I also have some ledger paper back here. The big piece, the main focal point, I guess you could say, is this piece of flower that's been cut out. And then I have some decorative things. I have this little bit of text down here. I've got a rubber stamping, a little piece of the selvage from a set of stamps, another stamp here, the inside of a business envelope. So it's just a bunch of things that I added together to build this collage. You just keep on adding things until you feel like it's enough. I put another little tiny rubber stamping up here, and I used this sticker. So there's just a lot going on this one. Since this substrate is so much smaller, I will see how much I can actually add onto it. Now, before we get too far, I wanted to point out this cuff I'm wearing here. It's actually a piece of paper. I just got a new tattoo less than a week ago. I'm really looking forward to showing it off, but it's in the healing process at the moment, and it's peeling and it's going through a metamorphosis. And so I have to cover it up for now until it looks like it's supposed to look. So that is what's going on with that. All right, so let me look for some forms. So a form is something that gets filled out, obviously. It has lines sometimes, it has actual boxes sometimes. So I was looking through my things, and I actually found this receipt. This could be also considered a form. I mean, it has these fields that you fill out for quantity and amount, right? So that's a possibility. Here's another one. This is just, who knows what it is. It's a piece of something with some more areas that could have been filled out for something. But then I also looked through my things and I found this, which is Massachusetts Institute of Technology schedule card for students' use. So look at this, subject, number, room. This is somebody's student card of their classes at MIT. Looking at the form number down here, I am pretty certain this number 65M means this is from 1965, or at least that's when the form was printed. So I'm going to go with that. That's what I'm thinking is around 1965 for this. I like it because it is in a landscape orientation, and I could use it directly. I don't even need to use this because it's essentially the same thing. So I think I'm just going to use this as my base. So 1965, MIT, what kinds of things would they be studying there? That's what I'm already starting to think about when I'm looking for additional papers. Would I want to put floral stuff? Not necessarily. If I'm looking for kind of science and technology things, that's going to be the main thing that I am wanting to add to this. So in my books of things that I can go through for pages, I have this book. It's about electronics and informatics, machineries, and it's in Russian. It seems to be in a very similar field of study. Look at this. That somebody might have been studying in MIT in 1965. So how about I take something out of here? Look how cool that looks. The problem is, or it's not really a problem, but the thing is that these papers are almost the same color. It's the same color. So I want to be careful with that, because obviously I want the individual pieces to stand out. So, oh look, a receipt. No cash refund. Is there a date on here? I see September 13th, but there's no year. Huh, okay. Too bad. Oh, Schoenhoff's Foreign Books, Massachusetts Avenue in Cambridge. Oh wow, look at that. MIT Cambridge. I mean, if this is in Cambridge, isn't MIT in Cambridge, or is it close? I know it's at least in the state of Massachusetts. So this is cool that it's all coming from the same place. Okay, so I definitely want to use this. All right, in addition to this, I was looking through some pattern papers. I have these kind of Japanese rice papers, and I found this one, which I think might be a really good fit. It's got some really cool copper colors on here that shine just the tiniest bit. So this is a really good addition. And I don't know what additional papers I will use, but I want to start with this. So let me start by taking a piece of something out of here. Let's try this. I want something with text. I want something with boxes. Let's go with this. Could also do this. Okay, let me tear out a couple of things and I will see what I can do. This and this one. Out of curiosity, let me see what's the date on this. 1962. Good, good. That's looking about right. Okay, now, too much down here. This is a nice piece of paper. It's colored. It's got some coloration on there. It's got a little number. I could use some stamping on here, add a rubber stamping. So I'm going to save this piece. Maybe not for this collage, but in general, it's a nice piece to save. Okay. So what can I do here? I might need to cut this off. It's too long. I really want the Russian language to show, and what's cool about this piece is that there are two types of fonts that are being used. This standard text, and then this is kind of a cursive. So I like that. That's really cool. Is this enough of a contrast? I think so. I think so, but I might want to add an additional contrast over here on this side. I'll see, not sure yet. Here, this was my other option. I think I like this. I think I like this. So I'm going to save this one for now, and I'll save this little guy too. All right, so what else? What else can I add on here? I have 3 pieces. Now I could go with a postage stamp, but let me see what else I have. So I'm thinking technology and science, right? So I don't have a lot of colorful additions that I could possibly use. Science and technology. I have another piece of form. Well, it's just ledger. Do I want to add this in here? Possibly. I could. Just to add some interest. Let me pull out my stamps, shall I? You know that I have too many stamps when I say Russian stamps from mid-20th century. Let me see what I have. Okay, don't want any political stuff. Arts? No, not really. This stamp album I bought on eBay, and I bought it because somehow I was looking for something else and different kinds of stamps. this came up and it was so inexpensive. It was like $10 or something for this whole album of stamps. And it also has coins back here. So I'm like, you know what, $10, I don't need it, but it was just too good of a deal to pass up. So that's why I have these. Most of them are Soviet, so Soviet stamps. All right, so I'm looking for technical, something technical. Space. Look at all these lovely space stamps. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see. I don't know who these people are. This is too modern, so no. Let's see. This is what I'm looking for. This one's pretty interesting because it has this satellite, and this is very 60s, very 60s. This kind of spy information, taking information from satellites. The color scheme doesn't really go, I mean, it goes too well. Again, look at it, just kind of all blends, which is unfortunate. I really wanted a different color that would stand out. Oh, these are tough. Well, I might just go for that, or I'll keep this green and maybe do it like this. Do I want to keep this one? I'm not sure. I'll try. Okay, so let me start tearing down some pieces here. Okay, do I want to keep this one? I think so. So I want these days of the week to show, and I want these red lines to show. So I will tear off about right here. Okay, that's going to be good. And then this one I want to be about here, and I can come a little bit lower, maybe about here. Make sure. I just want to make sure that my lines are pretty straight here. Now, am I going to be able to tear this easily? This is rice paper. Let's see. Ugh. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Looks like I have to clean that up a little bit. Right. Student keeps this card. I want that to show at the bottom. So, like that. Schedule for students' use. Okay, good. Now I have this one. Like this. That's fine. And then these. Now, how do I want to do this? I could go like this, and then perhaps like this. Let me see. Let's try this here. This down here. Try this here with this here. Maybe I'll pull this over like this. So again, just working with placement here. It's tricky, very tricky. I'm determined to use these pieces, even though they're not ideal. But it's more of the subject matter than the actual qualities of the coloring. So I have to make it work. That's what I'm doing here. And if this is the hardest piece, So finding a way that I can make it stand out while not blending too much with the other pieces is my goal here. Let's see. I could go under, perhaps, and cut off a little bit more off of the top of this one. Let me try that. The green is just for color. That's it. I just need something else. Now I have too much white here showing. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so I've pulled out my rubber stamps. These two are the ones that I think are going to possibly work best. They are kind of, in my mind, scientific, so I like this. Plus I like the roundness that will add something different, These two stamps are probably some of my absolute favorites. This one I bought used on Etsy, so I don't know. I don't think it's being made anymore. It just says Club Scrap 2009, so that's all the information I have on that. This one you can buy. This one comes from 100 Proof Press, and it is Geometric Circles, I think it's called, or something geometric. But I like this one a lot. What color do I want to use? I really want to pull out this pink here, so I have this Hibiscus Burst that I have found in my set of colors. So I think I'm going to use that. Now, deciding between the two, I like that there are some very clear letters here, and I could possibly, take this line of letters and use it somehow, maybe here, so that it shows a little bit more, rather than down or up. I really do like that second circle though, but let's see. Maybe, no, I'm going to do the whole thing. And then do I want something on the other side? I don't think so. Or at least let me start with this side and see what it does. Now I'm going to put a pretty heavy amount because I do want it to show up pretty well. Okay, I'm fine with that. Is there anything that I want to add on this side? Maybe just some numbers. There. I just wanted something in a kind of vertical line this way. Here's how it's turned out. I like it. I think it has turned out well. So now all that's left is to add it to here. Okay. So what is next? Next week I will be working on an image from a magazine. Wow, there's so many things that you can take. Almost anything you can take from a magazine. So that's going to be kind of fun to work with that. I did have a couple people reach out and ask if there was already a hashtag that's associated with this, so for sharing on social media. There is. The hashtag is MMPromptCards. If you want to take it one step further and do a number for the particular prompt card that you're working on, you could just add the number at the end. So it would just say MMPromptCards4, for example. Hashtags are used to tag the piece of art that you're sharing on social media. And how it works is that, say for example, you are curious to see how others interpreted prompt 4. You just want to see what other people did. So when you post something, if it's on Facebook or if it's on Instagram, for example, and you include a a hashtag in the description, someday somebody types in that same hashtag into the search bar, that post will show. So that is the purpose of tagging something with a hashtag. If you've been enjoying these videos, please hit the like button so that it can spread to others, and consider subscribing so that you're notified when the next video is ready. So what I'm trying to do with this series is to publish one every single Friday, Friday by 5 p.m. Pacific. So far, so good. Let's hope that I can keep them coming. I'm also putting these all into a single playlist, and the link for that is in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.